What's going on, LEGO fans? I'm back with a new video, and today we're taking a look at this section of the LEGO City, which is my LEGO Pier and cargo harbor in the back. So we're going to be taking a detailed look at all of this in this video, and we're going to start at the front, so in the pier, and we're going to make our way to the cargo harbor in the back. So let's take a look. So you got a humongous dock with an array of different vehicles as well. So we have in the front a kayak, motorboats, jet skis. This guy over here, he's actually jet skiing. And over here, we got some docks. Got a whole bunch of buckets. Of course, we have some lifesavers here as well, and just a lot of activity. A lot of people carrying fishing poles and stuff, and there's a whole bunch of benches here. A lot of people are just walking around with different water equipment as well, like oars, spear guns as well, dynamite. This guy is about to jump into the water, so he's in the air. And just a lot of cool stuff. A lot of these minifigures have accessories like life vest as well. And all these boats, I just had them lying around and I wanted to use them somewhere, and that's what sparked my inspiration for this area in the LEGO City. Taking a look at the first building, this is a restaurant, and you can see I went for a really fancy aesthetic as well. So there's a lot of turquoise and like sand blue in the colors, some sand green. We got an outdoor seating area as well with some umbrellas as well. So this building does not have an interior at the moment. I might consider adding one in the future, but it's just a really cool building. A lot of details on the roof as well, and some shingles as well. Just really cool. Right next to that, we have a public shower. So it's not that realistic that you'd see a public shower at a pier, but I want to include it. And I guess if you want to jump into the pier in like the boat docks area and you want to like wash off, I guess you can. And then taking a look at this next building, there's no particular building that this is supposed to be, but there's a lot of like plants growing on the roof as well, and it looks kind of worn down. And then taking a look over here, there's a gap. So this is the way that people access the pier from these stairs, which is kind of unrealistic since it goes between these two houses. But I had to find a place to put some stairs, so that's where they ended up being. And over here, we got some more buildings. Again, some weird worn down roofs with a lot of foliage and plants growing. These are supposed to be two separate stores, even though they look connected. No details are inside any of these buildings at the moment as well. But you got a really nice curved window as well. And just a lot of cool details as well. Taking a look on this side, this is another version that looks similar to the old fishing store, which LEGO actually released many years ago. So it has that aesthetic with the sand green and the worn down wood roof and this tower on the side, which looks really cool. Just a lot of details. It is surrounded by water on all four sides, so there is a bridge that connects it to the pier. But there's a lot of birds, seagulls, animals, a lot of fish, a lot of equipment, and this full building has a really cool interior as well, which is really nice. And just taking a look at the side, you can just see some more of the details, and you can just see some of the back details of this building as well, which is really cool. And then taking a look over here, we can see some more details. So this is the new crane, which I added to the cargo harbor, and this was really a really good build, which I really am happy about how it turned out. It is a lot more realistic than the one that I had before, and I'm gonna pop up a clip of how that looked just to show you that it did not look that realistic and was kind of small as well. And a lot of compromises had to be made in this area as well. So for my previous update, I did have a helipad, but that had to be removed because of space constraints as well. So we're just taking a look over here. This ship right here is a smaller ship, and then you got the main cargo ship over here. This has not really changed with anything, but it is really cool to see. A lot of details. And here's the main crane as well. It looks really cool. I'm just gonna get a closer view from this side. So this is the functionality of the crane. So this is the passenger cab with the hook, and basically you can go over this truck and you can take stuff onto it. You can put stuff onto the truck, and you can also take stuff from it and then load it onto the ship. And this is how it actually works in real life, which I'm really happy I was able to get this amount of realism into this model. And a whole bunch of these parts for cargo, they're just overflow of parts which I have in my collection. And this trailer I made newly for this area. And most of this cargo has been here for quite some time. Just a lot more detail as well. So got some people working on the semi, people moving cargo. And one of my custom designs over here is this forklift which I made, which I'm really happy about. It turned out really well. And then taking a look over here, of course we got a security checkpoint, because you don't want random people in the cargo harbor. So you gotta work here to actually access this area. And just to show you over here, these tracks which I made for this cargo crane to work on, they actually move, which is a really cool feature. So you can actually move these together. Only thing about this is that I did not have the Lego tracks which they sell. So I decided to make my own, and they're really part intensive. There are a lot of parts that go into these tracks, which span about 2 full base plates, and they go from one end to the other as well. So and they're not as smooth as Lego tracks, but they get the job done. And then taking a look on this side over here, we got some more details. So this is this is my warehouse part of the dock, and over here of the harbor, and over here we got a truck being unloaded. So basically the idea would be that when they unload cargo from the ship or load it on, they would take it from this truck, the smaller cargoes which would be processed inside the warehouse, and then would be loaded onto the ship. And then the bigger amount of cargo would be loaded onto this flatbed and would be transported somewhere else. And just to take a look, this is super realistic. There is no interior of this warehouse, but I'm really happy about how it turned out. It turned out really good, and it looks really good. And both trailers are compatible with this semi, so I can switch them around, which is really nice. And just taking a look at this area, I'm just gonna make my way back to the front so I can show you some more of the details of the harbor and pier. So one of the things that I wanted to do to make this harbor was make the sea level lower than the pier and harbor itself. And that is actually made by an illusion. So the sea level is actually the height of these normal base plates and the road, but I've raised up the pier and harbor to make that illusion that it's actually lower, and it turned out really well. I want to add some more details like foliage and some more realism. So from the dock, there is a river that is flowing out, and there's a suggestion that it continues off the table. And then this plot of land over here, you got a bridge that you gotta cross to get over, which is really cool. And I'm really happy I was able to add this type of detail because, you know, it looks really cool. And then just showing you some of the details as well. You got a whole bunch of these people and just a lot of detail as well. So this is the complete overview of the harbor and pier. And just to show you from this side, you can see a lot of the detail a lot more. Like you can see the warehouse from here as well. And then the checkpoint which connects to this road. And then you can just see all of this. So this is a complete overview of my pier and cargo harbor. And stay tuned because I'm gonna be doing some more overviews of sections of the Lego City. So just remember to like and subscribe and comment what you think about this video.